The silence is suffocating. Shadows stretch long and ominous in this desolate alleyway, the sole witnesses to my wretched existence. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Another broken soul whining about the lot life gave him. But no, this isn't a pity party. This is my goddamn reality. I've been pummeled, broken, and run over by the world. Hell, it feels like life's taken a reckless ride across my very being. But guess what? I'm still breathing, aren't I? That's gotta mean something. It has to. I recall when I had aspirations, grand ones. Hopes of being more than just another nameless face lost in the masses. But life? It has a cruel way of shredding dreams, doesn't it? One minute you're soaring, and the next, you're flat on your face in the mud, asking yourself where it all went south. Look at me now, scarred, bruised, barely keeping it together, but still standing. I've messed up, more times than I can remember. Decisions that haunt me constantly, ones that steal my sleep as I gaze into the abyss. Every single day I re-experience those moments. I see the faces of the people I disappointed, the ones I wounded. And God, the pain, it's unbearable, like a fire that never burns out. I used to have a family, people who believed in me, who put their faith in me. And I let them down. I utterly let them down. I was supposed to be their rock, their defense. But instead, I was the reason their world crumbled. I can't rewrite history. No one can. But the guilt? It's a weight that never lifts. It's a chain around my neck, pulling me under. So why keep going? Why not just end it all? It'd be the easy way out, wouldn't it? But easy isn't a word in my vocabulary. There's a fire inside me, a stubborn refusal to quit. Because when you've hit rock bottom, there's only one way left to go. Up. Every scar, every wound is proof that I endured. I've been through hell and back, and I'm still standing. That's gotta mean something. I think about the people who've come and gone in my life. The good, the bad, the ones who tried to break me, and the ones who tried to save me. They all left their mark. Some taught me lessons through pain. Others offered glimpses of hope, of redemption. But in the end, it's up to me to decide what to do with it all. Do I let it crush me? Or do I use it as fuel to keep moving forward? I've lost count of the times I've been knocked down. Every time I hit the ground, it feels like the end of the line. But I always get back up. Not because I'm inherently strong or fearless, but because I'm too damn stubborn to stay down. Life is a brutal fight, and I'm in the ring, throwing every last ounce of strength I possess into every swing. When I look in the mirror, I see a stranger staring back at me, someone I barely recognize. But beneath the scars and the pain, there's still a flicker of the person I used to be, the person I could be again, if I just keep fighting. This isn't about winning, it's about refusing to lose. It's about staying on my feet, even when the world is doing everything in its power to tear me apart. So yeah, I've been run over, beaten, kicked, and left for dead. But I'm not finished. Not by a long shot. I can feel the darkness closing in, trying to extinguish the last remaining spark of light within me. But I won't let it. I can't. I owe it to myself to keep pushing forward, to keep fighting, not just for myself, but for every mistake I've made, for every person I've let down. I have to find a way to make amends, no matter the cost. Perhaps I'll never be the rescuer. Perhaps I'm destined to be the antagonist in someone else's narrative. And that's acceptable, because as long as I draw breath, I have an opportunity to evolve, to improve, to become a better version of myself. To anyone out there experiencing what I'm experiencing, to anyone who's been cast aside, beaten down, and forsaken, hear me. Do not surrender. Do not allow the world to claim victory. Remaining down is effortless. Allowing the darkness to consume you is effortless. But there's potency in rising once more, in defying defeat. I contemplate what lies ahead, if there even is a future for someone like me. Every inhalation feels like a conflict, every stride like a tribulation. But perhaps, just perhaps, there's a path to transmute all this suffering into something meaningful, something with purpose. It's a long shot, and the odds are stacked against me, I'm aware of that. But what do I have remaining to forfeit? I've already forfeited everything that mattered. Now it's about battling my way back, incrementally, strike by strike.
Occasionally I gaze at the heavens, wondering if the stars are observing me, if they perceive the wreckage I've become. Perhaps they're ridiculing me, perhaps they're indifferent. But you know what? I care. I care sufficiently to persevere, to continue pressing onward. Every scar etched onto my skin tells a story, each wound a painful lesson. And those lessons? They've molded me into what I am now, a broken, unyielding warrior who refuses to yield. So here's to the battle, to the anguish that fuels me, to the struggle that defines me. Here's to the hope that one day I can reflect and declare I endured, not as some noble champion or someone's deliverer, but as a man who refused to collapse, a man who fought his way up regardless of how far he'd fallen. Yes, I've been crushed, I've been shattered, but I'm still standing, I'm still fighting, and as long as I'm alive, I'm not finished yet. Life can hurl every blow it possesses, and I'll endure it all, and more, because I possess something that no one can seize. I possess a heart that doesn't know how to quit, a spirit that refuses to be broken. So bring it on. Whatever awaits me, I'm prepared for it. I may be bruised, battered, and scarred, but I'm not vanquished, not yet. And that's worth clinging to. That's worth fighting for.